This is food all you never wanted to know. The Fungus Gnat War continues. My attempts to prevent and get rid of the indoor fungus gnats, aphids, and whiteflies was partially successful. I haven't seen whiteflies and aphids, especially aphids, in weeks, but I have continued to see the fungus gnats. They were gone for a bit and they came back. So on a warmer day, I took them out on the deck. It's not really warmer today, but I took them out on the deck. I sprayed them again with this garden spray, which the active ingredient is simply sesame oil. So there are, and this is organic. Remember to always look for the OMRI listed for organic use. Okay, so I sprayed them with that again, and I let them sit outside for several hours as long as it was warm enough, and I brought them back in. I did see a few fungus gnats. I also vacuumed the whole area. I relegated the parsley to the outside on the deck under my little plastic cover because I figured that may be what brought them in here, because I had dug them out of the hoop house and probably some of the soil may have had fungus gnat eggs. I don't know. But in any case, we're going to move on here. Part 2. Cinnamon. The cinnamon war. Okay. I heard that cinnamon it acts kind of to kill fungus. Fungus gnats, I'm assuming, eat fungus. I heard that somewhere. So one thing that you can do, oh wow, okay. And I did this with all the indoor plants the other day. You can come up here and see, I've sprinkled cinnamon all over the top of the soil. It acts as a fungicide, which I didn't think I had a problem with, but somewhere I heard that it can help with fungus gnats. So, woo! These, by the way, are the glacier tomatoes, which I planted on December 1st, and this is January 15th. They're growing super well, just with the window light. Now this is southern exposure. You couldn't do this on a northern exposure window, but they're growing very, very well. If it were warm, it were late May, early June in our area, we could plant these out into the ground. If the day length were longer, they would have gotten a little bit bigger, but they are stocky and sturdy. I'm extremely pleased with these. I'm also trying some bean experiments, bush beans. We'll see how these go. Then we're going to go to part 3. Part 3. I have a video where I showed you how to do this before. This is freshly boiling water. This is soil, potting soil that I have mixed previously. It's all ready to go. The idea with this is the boiling water kills any fungus gnat eggs or anything else that's in this soil. I'm mixing it up to spread that hot water throughout. Be careful when you do this, of course, that you don't hurt yourself with the hot water. You can do this in a smaller container. You could do this with soil in a 5-gallon bucket. I found this makes it easy for me to mix it in. So I like using this. This is, as I said before, this is a dish pan from a food, like a restaurant supply store is where we got this black container. Oops, I'm making a mess. Anyway, really making a mess. I'm going to put just a little bit more in there. You pour it in, you mix it up. Now, as I said, I've done this before. I believe it did help quite a bit. But one thing that you need to do as a gardener is continue to learn, continue to hear other people's ideas and opinions. I watch quite a few YouTube channels for gardeners and homesteaders. One that I looked at this week, I forget his last name, but his name is Gary from the Rustic Garden. Many of you are probably familiar with him. He has great videos. I encourage you to watch all of his videos. He does this too. He has a little variation that I'm going to try. He gets aluminum foil, and I don't want this touching the soil because I don't like aluminum foil too much because of the aluminum. I'm going to pop up a little to the bottom, the middle a little bit. He covers it. He covers the pot, the pan, whatever you're heating the water in. And he has it there. He keeps it hot for as long as it takes to cool down, which probably is a little bit better than what I was doing, where I would just put the water on and let it cool naturally, open to the air. This prevents that. It keeps the heat in longer, and we're going to see what happens with that. I don't know how we're going to tell. I believe that the cinnamon is helping. And oh, by the way, cinnamon, we learned the other day, is also good as a rooting. It acts almost like a rooting hormone. And we'll get into that another time. But this is food, all you never wanted to know. Please like, share, subscribe, and take care.